This is Pinus strobus, the eastern white pine. It's the most mesic of Wisconsin's three pine species, the jack pine preferring drier sites and the red pine having a broader ecological tolerance than the eastern white pine. Let's take a look at how you distinguish the white pine from other Wisconsin pines.
The needles of white pine are narrow and soft, not as rigid as on red pine. They are 3 to 4 inches long, and white pine is the only pine in Wisconsin that has 5 needles per fascicle, as you can see here. The cone of white pine has thick woody scales that often are tipped with resin. The cone is rather narrow and elongate, reaching up to 7 inches long. That's a lot longer than the 3-inch egg-shaped cones of our red pine. The bark is gray or greenish gray and broken up into pieces. It doesn't have the distinct pink tone of red pine. Here, the two species are growing together. Can you distinguish the two in these 6 trunks? Well, the two species alternate, starting with red pine on the left, and then white pine, red pine, white pine, red pine. With practice, you can also distinguish white pine by its shape. The branches sweep upwards, and the crown is often rather wide near the top. The new shoots at the ends of the branches curve upwards. I always think it looks like the tree is flipping you the middle finger. White pine ranges through the northeastern United States, and it holds an incredibly important place in the history of this country. Its long, straight trunks were sought after by England during colonial times, and the access to this important wood resource played a part in the American Revolution. Much of Wisconsin old-growth white pine was logged out during the Great Cutover of the mid-1800s. There are only a few places now in Wisconsin where you can find virgin stands of white pine.